It gives me so much joy to introduce my next lodge. This you will have to visit for yourself. Trust me. My name is Renji Stella. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Oh yes, of course, when I'm obsessed, is that the right word? No, when I'm excited. Okay, when I'm excited for a property, sometimes I I let the excitement get the best of me, and that's why I may not start with "Hey guys," but how are you? How are you doing? How is life? 2025 is on a roll. I do not know whether it thinks this is a sprint, but if you are watching me, I just want to remind you that this is a marathon. Can we just take it so slow? Because the US is on a roll of its own with the new president and everything he's signing. And then we have DR Congo and M23 happening on the other hand. And then we have, Lord, please help us, 2025. And of course, here in Uganda, we are preparing to get into the elections come next year, and that is also a whole thing. But here on this channel, I'm a travel enthusiast, and I do mostly Uganda and Rwanda because I have been a consultant selling the two destinations for a while now, and that is where my niche is. But I will always to talk about what is in the rest of the world, because the dream is to travel the world. Now, welcome back, and let's get into this video. So on my recent trip to Rwanda, I got to visit the property that changed the idea of what I knew lodges around volcanoes to be. And the property that I'm talking about is one, this goes beyond, this property is a true definition of what having a vision is like. So ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Farm House Rwanda. The Farm House Rwanda is just as you hear it. This is a farm. On this property, they have cows on it, they have horses, they have ducks, they have chicken, they have goats, they have pigs, they have all those things. They get to grow everything at the property. They grow different vegetables, they grow different fruits. I'm talking about apples, pineapples, passion fruits, onions, tomatoes, name it. Everything is at the Farmhouse Rwanda, and apparently they are working on growing their own fish. Yeah, they're working on that, and a lot more. Guys, when I tell you that this is a true definition of what having a vision is, it cannot even start to describe how beautiful the Farmhouse Rwanda is. So the Farmhouse Rwanda has the main house, and in the main house you find the lounge, the lobby where everyone converges, but it has the master suite. The master suite is quite bigger than the suites that I'm going to be talking about. It has a walk-in closet, it has a porch where you can view the garden from, and they can set up your meals from right there. It has a very good view of the rest of the property, and within the coming months, that same porch will have the view to where the restaurant will be. Now, they also have 3 suites. Now, these suites are all the rooms that I'm talking about are within the main house. Yeah, so they are much smaller. The suites are much smaller than the one master suite that they have at the property, but this one is equally very comfortable. The beddings are good. The whole aesthetic of the property is so good. It was designed in such a way that it's more like a country home. Yeah, those are some of the vibes that it gives off. But this particular time when we went specifically for the new cottage that was being unveiled. Guys, the cottage at the Farmhouse Rwanda is chef's kiss. Guys, I would stay at the Farmhouse Rwanda before I can think about staying at any other property. And this is because of the different activities. We are talking about milking. Hi guys, today I'm in the farm. I'm going to do my very first milking experience here at the Farmhouse Rwanda, and I'm so excited. So come with me. Oh, one important aspect. So apparently cows are like women. They need to first be stimulated before you can milk, and that is what is going on in that corner. So once it is stimulated enough, that is when your girl is going to enter there to do some magic. Are you ready? I am. Ndi kumwe nabo bagira ndaza ndagukurikirana. They have milking there, but also horse riding. Horse riding is limited to people of 80. Yeah, I believe 80 kgs is the max. But then they have gardening. They have so much. You know, even I was thinking about it that for guests who, not all guests go for gorilla trekking. Sometimes you have the really elderly or the children who would not be going for any trekking activity within the park, but they can stay behind and take part in the activities available at the lodge. So let's talk about the cottage. This cottage comes with 2 bedrooms and a kitchen or main area. Now, each bedroom has its own bathtub and its own private bathroom. The views that you get to see while you are at the cottage is the view of the farm. The cows are right there. If before you ask, I did not hear any moo happening while at the property. It's quite surreal and very quiet. You would not even think that you are at the farm. The other thing that people were telling me, because I was posting a lot about the property, I was so excited, so I was posting a lot of it, and people were asking, what about the smell that comes with the cattle? But I must say though, they are well cleaned, they are well taken care of. There is nothing like whether house flies or any contamination of a sort that you get to experience while there. But guys, being in this cottage at the Farmhouse Rwanda, I'm humbled. By the way, I need to take a minute to say that I am truly humbled. The tourism industry has humbled me because I feel so blessed to be able to visit some of these places and get into what the vision of the sole proprietors are, or even just to see what my guests would like to experience. Yeah, so I'm truly humbled. I'm very blessed to be able to experience some of these things that I get to see when I go for work and a little bit of pleasure. But the farmhouse, when you look at, I'm going to be showing you around. So of course, when you look at the glasses from the everything within the kitchen, you see that it was well selected, well put. And then also the fabrics, the chairs themselves are so comfortable. I liked the layup that we had. They set up for us right at the cottage. That's where we had our meal. So it was, whew, I don't even want to talk about food, guys, because that is a whole other thing. And of course, the whole property is full of these long glasses, kind of what Singita has, but this one is really on its own. It's very unique to its own setting. I'm telling you, traveling has taught me that every traveler is unique. And I like that when you go to places like Volcanoes National Park and seeing the investments that have been made in this place, you get to understand that it's not for everyone. So the farmhouse is not for everyone, but it's for a particular traveler. I do not think that there are people who would go for it from the jump, but trust me, I truly believe that anyone whatsoever who goes to the Farmhouse Rwanda, they would be blown away. Away, like, so they have these hats that you can wear when you're going for any of the farm activities. They also provide the boots, and then you have the house slippers there as well. There's Netflix available at the property in case you want to do that. There's Wi-Fi all through, running water, all that runs all through. So they have all the amenities that you may need. But most importantly, this particular cottage, if you are to take it, you take it as a whole. Yeah, there would not be any other guest that is given because you get to share the main area. So it's quite pricey than the other master suite and suites that I told you about earlier, but it is absolutely worth it. Now, when it comes to the food, guys, forget people who throw around organic. This is right from garden to mouth. There is nothing processed. When I say that, I talk about am I allowed to say tomato paste? Let me just put it as tomato paste. Yeah, all those brands that you may want for tomato paste, they do not have them. Mayonnaise, they do not have any of that processed. Everything, whether it's meat or anything, everything is from the farm. And with the vision, with where they are at, high chances are when it comes to fish as well, it will be there, and all the other foods will be grown right there. But the food, guys, woof, nothing better. You know, I've always told people how you know that a place has nice food is if you are anywhere in the world and you think about going to that particular place for food, that is when you know that the food is good. For me, the Farmhouse Rwanda is 1,000% out of 1,000%. It is 1,000 out of 10. It blew my mind. I don't know if it had to do with my expectations. Some of the things, because they're still working at the property, so some of the things that are coming, they are working on having a swimming pool, so that will be there as well. It will be heated, but also the views. How had I forgotten about the views, guys? The Farmhouse Rwanda. You know, if I ever get lost and you hear it on the news, of course, I cast it out in Jesus' mighty name, but high chances are I'm at the Farmhouse Rwanda. The Farmhouse Rwanda is, hands down for me, the best property. Yeah, guys, I'm putting it out there. The Farmhouse Rwanda, with the service it has, with the vision that it has, with everything that I got to experience, if they maintain it or even go higher and they just up their game from wherever they're not even supposed to up it from, but hands down, it would be my first, because of its uniqueness. I haven't seen many of such a setup, a farmhouse, a country home. Yeah, that is what it gives. When I was at the other property, all I was thinking about is how do I own something like this as a home, not even for guests to come and visit. So it gives that feel. So for me, if you ask me today, in the now, right now, I will say that number one in Volcanoes National Park is absolutely the Farmhouse Rwanda. So visit it, and to say a special thank you to Emilia, and even a bigger one to Diane. Diane, thank you so much, plus the team right there, for taking care of us, for showing us around, for opening up my mind to what goodness, to what excellence, to what it is to live beyond the normal. Diane is this, her smile is infectious. Like when you meet Diane, then you know that you are able to achieve anything. That is the kind of energy that she gives off, and she gives that to our guests. So I'm so sure she will be able to give that to you as well. So Diane, thank you. In my book, you are one of the most phenomenal people that I have met. I'm so glad that I came to the Farmhouse Rwanda to meet you. My life really has not been the same again. I keep on telling people about this property. I was blown away. Thank you. Thank you to the owners of the Rwanda house. To the owner. See, this is what happens when you get excited. To the owners of the Farmhouse Rwanda. May God bless you. In fact, may your days be made. May you just be blessings your way, my friend. Because what you are doing, you are changing this whole industry by just having that property. I was forever changed, absolutely. And I know for certain that all the people who are going to come your way will forever be changed in the most positive way ever. I want to thank Donnell as well. Thank you to Donnell for all the content you're going to be seeing, the videos. He was part of that. I want to say thank you to my travel partner, Angel Kamahoro. You are the best there is. And I want to say thank you to Olivier, and that happened to be our guide on site. Thank you. The Rwanda trip was worth every minute just because of you people. So thank you so much. Diane, you know what to do. You know what to do. And to you who is watching me right now, please, you need to visit the Farmhouse Rwanda because your life, so much goodness. Yeah. Honestly, one of the best experiences of my life was at the farmhouse. Very good. Of course, I got to do some milking like you will be seeing. Until next time, travel, go away from that space. And of course, don't forget to be kind. That is the most important thing. Bye.